Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return.
Hands up! Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. That's
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check, check. 59. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
After the interception, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Wilson, and that's complete to Adams. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass.
On first down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Go. Hey, Booker T. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. Regular. Hatch it.
Now they run with Mixon, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 44, Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
My spot forward. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming. Here you go, kid. Here you go, kid. That's up.
Dalton now to pass. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
And that'll set him back 5.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 9. Check 9. Check 99. Check 99. Check the backer. Gotta go. In and out. Let's go.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. Left pass, 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They're not ready. Touch 50. Y'all playing the wrong football.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Don't get nervous. Check 59, Mike. 59, Mike to 59. Stop your. Alert. Zebra. You go tight. Left. You got tight right there.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Draw play. This is Carson. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check back.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
3 bucks. Hey, 0.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Bengals have recovered it.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, motion back, Motion back. They go 368.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. Mixon with a first down carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard
line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Wilson, he's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
Here we go.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice hit, boy.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about it, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch the screen.
Again, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the point.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw here, Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Block that. 41's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A loss of 12 brings up 3rd down.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6.
We got this.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Let's go, baby, they turn over. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball. Check. 6 guys.
Wilson gonna throw again, being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left, that's caught inside the 20. And they're gonna have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 0. Check 26. Gun. Let's go, right here.
Here's Wilson to throw again, eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
54. Target. Move.
So Dalton now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Right here. See me in your nightmare. Hey, Zoo. See me in your nightmare. Mike's spot 4. He don't know no better. Mike's 54. Hey, let's get this. Hey, 368. Check Mike 54.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Going deep downfield and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check. Check 43. Hey, alert 3, alert 18.
From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So that throw good for 4. It's second down. A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Throwing again here, Wilson. Forced out to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it'll be third down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
On third down, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check 41. I'm here all day.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll try and run forward with Penning. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch out. Watch out. Wide. Get wide.
On 2nd and goal, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
41 Mike. You don't want this. Hayward. Good guys, 4 down. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, exit. Stay with your man. 29 is a Mike. Mike 29. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Regular. Mike.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He's going to air it out deep for Green. And the throw there going to be incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He goes 67 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now Joe Mixon, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. This is Mixon. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. Nice. Hey, Haywood. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. There's a party now.
Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here you go, Ken. Hey, echo.
Passing, it's Dalton. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Hands up, 54. Here you go, 368. Hey, one set. Go. Mike 54. Let's go.
From midfield here, Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Eifert, 50 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Bullock good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies.
One left. Hey, switch gears. Shift. Alert three.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, it's caught here by Adams. That one good for 26 and a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Switch it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. 2nd and 10, it's Wilson again. Able to get this to Gordon. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Gun.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Got his man there complete to Gallup. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw again is Wilson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the Bengals 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They've gone to the 4th quarter now in Dallas and really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. A win would be their second on the young season. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
368. Here we go again. Hey, foxtrot.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Now a desperation throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big pickup of 38.
44. Here you go. 5.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Dalton sets up play action. Now he's got it. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Mixon trying to punch it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Check. Check hot route. Whip. Watch the whip.
Here's a run with Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will get him one closer. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that 6. Over the end line.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.